Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 5, Episode 24, DJI Support MIA. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Had a great day today. Had a great weekend. And part of that great weekend, you're going to see on the ticker down here, take a look down below, my Mini 3 Pro first flight video will be out after the show tonight at approximately 9 o'clock, whenever we end. You need to watch it, okay? First of all, the beautiful one, my wife, was the official videographer for the first flight. She did fantastic work. So make sure you guys in the comments section say thank you, Valerie, for your good videography. She did a great job. So make sure you do that. I'm going to leave this ticker run here for a few minutes, okay? Going to welcome everybody here tonight. Take a look and see who's in the house. Henry Mills is here. Flying Flynn Media. Lauren is here. Dewey, UAVP, Akarasho. Let's see who else. Flying Flynn Media. Art's in the house. Leonard Oglesby is here. Let's see who else we got. Quadcopters in Tech. Drone Shots. Michael Wright is in the house. Welcome, Michael. Wayne B is here. See who else we got. I know Mr. Stephen Ewing is in the house as well, too. There he is. Zach Key is in the house. Welcome, Zach. And Drone Florida is in the house. All right. Got a lot to talk about tonight, believe it or not. And there's going to be some, I don't want to say weeping and gnashing of teeth later, but you get the drill here. So, want to pass this on. I sold the Holy Stone. It is gone. Gone, baby. As Chris Berman says on the Nutrisystem for Men or whatever, the weight loss program, gone, baby, gone. And it's gone, okay? What I asked for it, I got it, and it's out. You know, all kidding aside, I really wish it would have had more decent range. I could have really been enthusiastic about it and kept it, but I did go ahead and say, excuse me here. All right. Well, Father's Day's coming up, and got some Father's Day sales that I want to make you guys aware of. The first is Autel, and let's go ahead and we'll take a look at this here. And these are some pretty good prices here. I'm going to be honest with you. It's really quite tempting here. Autel slashes Evo Nano light drone prices by up to $170 for Father's Day. That's pretty crazy awesome here, okay? Autel's new drones promise amazing video quality, a wide image transmission range of 7.4 miles, impressive battery life of up to 40 minutes, and advanced features such as vision sensors for smart obstacle avoidance. The Evo Nano Plus drone is primed as a competitor to the Mini drone series. Just like the Mini, this aircraft also weighs less than 250 grams and can easily fit into a side pocket. Of course, you guys all know about this. All right. For Father's Day, the Autel EVP Nano Plus drone standard bundle is being made available at a sale price of $879 instead of the usual $949. The premium package, meanwhile, can be picked up at a discounted rate of $999 instead of $1099. The premium bundle comes with 2 additional flight batteries, a battery charging hub, a propeller holder, 2 additional propeller pairs, and a shoulder bag. And again, everything that I show you tonight will be out on Build a Drone Reviewer Facebook group and page, so you guys can go ahead and take a look at that. That's some pretty good deals on these drones, okay? Now, the Evo Light, let's take a look and see what that is. It's offered at a sale price of $1449 instead of $1549. You can buy the premium package at $170 for $1679 instead of $1849. The premium bundle comes with 2 additional flight batteries, a battery charging hub, a set of ND filters, 2 additional props, and a shoulder bag. Okay, great deals here. Absolutely, positively great deals here. So, but not to outdo them, Autel has a Father's Day sale. Yeah, this is crazy here, okay? This is absolutely Autel, okay. We just did Autel, duh, okay? having a blonde moment here, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Skydio is having a Father's Day sale as well. So let's go ahead and pull this information up. Now, again, everything that you see here is out on Build a Drone in your Facebook group and Facebook page. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right. Skydio 2 Plus drone packages see $100 discounts for Father's Day with free extra battery. Skydio is now offering a rare chance to save on its popular 2 Plus quadcopter in honor of Father's Day. Applying code Father's Day 22 at checkout will take $100 off any of the packages you choose, and also scores you a free battery once added to your cart. A great place to get started is the Skydio 2 Plus starter kit at $9.99. Normally fetching $10.99, package amounts to $199 savings with a free battery thrown in. Is the best discount of the year. Skydio 2 Plus stands out from other quadcopters on the market with one of the most advanced onboard computer systems out there. Okay. And here are the prices that they have down there. The Pro Kit is $20.69, regularly $21.69. The Cinema Kit $18.49, regular $19.49. The Sports Kit $14.49, regular $15.49. Starter Kit $9.99, regular $10.99. Okay, and it goes over the features here. But and I think we're not going to obviously talk about Skydio too. So we've kind of been there and done that. So, but yeah, that's if Skydio 2 is something you've been looking for. It's on sale right now, and there's some good prices, plus that free batteries thrown in as well. You can't really beat that. All right. Of course, that the mothership, yes, the mothership is going to take care of business here. All right. You don't think that they would fall by. Yeah, Stephen Ewing. It's welcome, Ray Kelly. Good to see you. Original Dobo is original Dobo. We love him. Okay, absolutely love Ken. He's awesome. All right, let's get to DJI's Father's Day. Now, this wasn't an article that was pushed out onto the site. However, it was a link from the website, and again, that's in the I do have that in the chat here. So, or in the I'm sorry, I don't know, Facebook group and Facebook page. All right, okay. So let me go ahead and share this. All right, Father's Day, he won't forget. Absolutely. June 9th to June 27th. So this sale still goes on. It's just not through this Sunday. Okay, Father's Day exclusives. The Mavic 3 is now, instead of $21.99, it's $2,049. It's $150 off on the Mavic 3. That's a very good deal for probably the best consumer drone that DJI has ever had. All right. The Action 2 continues its sale. It's $279 instead of $399. That's $120 off. And the Osmo Mobile 5, that's $129 instead of $159. That's $30 off. And then they just get into talking about why dads love DJI right here. So, and there's not much else to go on there. So that's what that is. What do you guys think? Is anybody tempted by any of these offers out there? All right, Scott, you guys are challenging us for the Temperature King. Okay. Now, my poor wife, I'm going to digress for a minute here. Compressor, she has a 2009 Saturn Vue, and the compressor on her car is gone, baby, gone. Okay, needs a new one, needs to get it replaced. It's going to run close to $2,000 to do it. We're in discussion right now with the beautiful one here. So, yeah, and it's not pretty coming home for her in the afternoon, especially when, with the temps that we're having. And the temps that we're having, excuse me, temps we're having here are pretty much around the country, guys. It's just absolutely positively crazy. So hoping that maybe we'll make some movement on that front. All right. I digressed there a little bit. I am so sorry about that. All right. One of the things this week, and we're probably going to pick it up when Ron joins us here a little bit. You may have seen I posted some things about DJI Mic Compatibility Concerns. And I'm going to show you a tweet that I put out, and then also a direct message chat that I had with DJI Support. So let me go ahead and we're going to put up the tweet first, and then I'm going to share with you what that message from DJI. For my drone channel, having the ability to screen record with audio is crucial. However, after recent purchasing the RC Pro and getting the DJI RC with the Mini 3F Pro, I found out there's no mic on either. Screen recording resolution on the Mini 3 Pro is 720p. All right. Well, let's just digress here. All right. Yeah. Even build a drone of your things get by him. Okay. Maybe it's my blonde moment, and I don't have any blonde hair. All right. You know, I had no idea on the new smart controller for the Mini 3 Pro, and I had no idea on this. There's no mic in there. Okay. I'm like, oh my gosh. All right. Because, you know, you've been using my smartphone and using screen record. I've been doing I've done a screen recording on every flight. Okay. I can say that, especially since I started doing the channel, because I thought it was important. And for, you know, if disaster happens, you know, I'm talking audio. And those of you who have seen my flight videos, you know, I'm calling out altitude, I'm calling out speed, calling out percentage of battery that's left. Okay. Critical information, you know, call it almost like a black box, if you will, kind of a thing. I think it's important to do that. All right. So there wasn't any mic on either one. All right. Now we're going to get to something else here. Now, I also found out after downloading it and what you have to do. Okay. Mr. Marcus Crawford, how are you, sir?
Pretty darn good, Bill. How about yourself?
It's good to see you back in your chair and not in that dreaded place we call the hospital.
Yeah, with a big thing hanging out of my nose, big tube.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We are all very happy that you were back. That made my day when I heard you were home. So I gotta say that. Now I'm talking about the screen resolution from the screen recording from this guy. Okay. It's pretty paltry, right? There's no missing any words about this. Now, you know, to be fair and to be honest, we knew that DJI, maybe if you want to use the word cut corners on that, Marcus, we knew that we weren't getting, you know, this. You know, we knew we weren't getting this. We knew we were getting a watered down version of it. And there's some things that are okay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, so I guess what I'm going to say is, you know, when they sell that thing separately, and I don't know if they have yet or when they will, but the price is supposed to be $309. So, you know, you're getting what you pay for, I guess. I mean, it only costs us another $150 beyond the base model of the drone with the RCN1 controller. I guess what I'm trying to say, Bill, is I can live with it. However, that said, I totally understand your concern.
Well, you know, okay, I can almost live without the mic, and we're going to talk, or the microphone on it. And we're going to get to that here in a sec. But I think that screen, yeah, I'm definitely, it's going to be ordered here very shortly.
Yeah.
You know, I can live with the, you know, find a workaround for the audio. But that video, I mean, that's something that they can do a software update and tweak. Okay, I mean,
and they really have enough processing power. You think?
I would think so. You know, well, you know, it's like, you know, and I found out, and I knew from hearing. I think Ron told me, you know, you got to put an SD card in here to do a screen recording, because I for grins and giggles I tried it without and said no, you got to put one in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I've been using it in all my videos, so you'll see a screen recording.
Well, you're going to see, you know, it actually came out, my first video is coming out after the show tonight. Now, it hit me like a brainstorm, because I watched Billy's video on a DJI mic, and that's what sold me on it. All right. And looking at all the options and things that are available and looking at how it goes into a smartphone, it just hit me. Okay. Is it compatible with the new smart controller and this one? Okay. I'm like, legit question. I mean, totally legit question. Okay. So I asked Kelly's partner on Ready Set Drone, and he said, that's a great question, Bill. And he replied back in the comments and said, well, probably not a lot of people are going, are going to need sound with the screen, screen recording, and said that the DJI is probably not going to do that. Now,
yeah, it's mostly people like us that need it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Content creators. Okay. So what I did was I got into a dialogue with DJI. Okay. Will the DJI mic work with the RC Pro and the DJI RC to record audio for screen recordings? Okay. Now you got to listen to this answer here, guys, because this just absolutely blew me away. All right. Hi there. Currently, DJI Mic has not yet completed the adaptation of DJI RC Pro. If you encountered any issue using DJI RC Pro and the DJI Mic, you can contact us with the details. DJI Mic can work with DJI RC. However, audio is not supported for video recording, and DJI RC doesn't support live streaming. You may double confirm the usage scenario for the DJI Mic. I'm like, what? What did I just read?
That's hard to interpret. I can tell you this. Last night on Drone Nation, Mike DeCurcio said that he plugged just a regular lavalier mic into his, and he said he got a recording, but he said the quality was not so much.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, that it wasn't going to be there, that we weren't going to have something like that. But it really kind of lends itself. All right, you think about this, Marcus. Okay, the DJI mic comes out, and from watching Billy's video, it's like, yeah, I'm going to get one of these things. It's just too good not to, especially to put it into a plug it into your smartphone, iPhone, or Samsung. Boom, you're good to go. Okay, you're going to get some great audio.
Or Bill, the cool thing about this is you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. You can record directly to the mic.
Okay, yeah. So that's you have a couple of different options here,
right,
which is fantastic. And I know from what Billy said, the clip-on thing is okay, but I think he got a lavalier Rode and put it on there, and listen to the difference. I've watched this, Billy. I've watched your video like 2, 3, or 4 times. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Bill, did you see Sean's post there? He's saying that the DJI mic works great with the RC Pro. So
really,
yeah, there's a good answer for that. So that's good.
Wow. Okay, he hasn't tried it with the Sean. Thank you so much for that. That is a great update. Appreciate that. Okay. Well, that's that, and Sean and you and I and Ron can appreciate that for our workflow. Okay. Because, it's, when we're out there filming and shooting and recording and things. Okay. I'm going to admit I made a rookie mistake for my first flight. I'm taking a first flight. It's beautiful. I mean, it's just humming along, get back, land. I get back down to the house, and guess what I realized? I forgot to hit record on the drone. Okay. It's like, so I went back out and redid it, but no big deal.
Done that.
Yeah. It's like one of those things. It happens. Okay. But, understand something, that, for us who are doing, drone reviews like Sean, like you, like Ron, and a host of others who are here with us tonight, having the ability to record audio is key. It's critical, and as I mentioned right before you came on, I went ahead. Now, what I had to do in my video today that's coming out after the show, I recorded the audio track like I was actually out there. I just got my sound recorder, my Windows sound recorder, recorded it to that, and then put the MP3 on the track, and boom, it was good to go. You never knew the difference.
Hey, Bill, I'm just seeing JSK Enterprises is saying that Chad B did try it with the DJI RC, and he's saying that it works.
Okay. Well, okay. JSK, thank you for the JSK and Sean. Thank you for these updates. Okay. I mean,
Yeah, Sean's got another good post there. I'll let you look at that.
I drove a half hour to film a video. Oh no, Sean. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I feel your pain. I really do. I was like, I was happy as a lark. I come back to the house and I go to pop the SD card in, and I'm like, there's nothing on here. I just like, oh my gosh. Wow.
That's Mark Fisher there, isn't it? Talking about Hollyland. Mark, so that's what I have been using. I've been using that this Hollyland system,
Okay.
and it really just revolutionized the way I made videos. It's a great system. Now, DJI has upped them one though. This thing is cool because it's a charge case. It charges both of the mics and the receiver while they're in there. So you just charge the case. It keeps everything in there charged up. Well, DJI has done the same thing with this. However, what DJI has done, I think it's a little bit more robust from a wireless perspective. But then also, if you go out of range, it will continue to record audio to the transmitter, so you never lose anything.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's just that's key. That's so important, especially because we don't have to go back and have a Bill moment or a Sean moment and say, oh no, we got to do it all over again, kind of a thing.
Another thing, if you're using a GoPro, this Volta handle, no more worrying about dead batteries because of the battery of this guy.
Oh, there's a battery in there. Oh my gosh.
Just a little tip. That's all.
Yeah, that's absolutely great.
Yeah.
And with this, and one of the things that I wanted to kind of, well, the Mini 3, okay. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about tonight, and I know, Sean, I feel your pain here, but I experienced it's really interesting. Okay, in my first flight, I'm not going to give you away all the details. One end, I get to almost 2,500 feet, and it's perfect, no problems at all. The other one, I'm at 2,000, and it says weak signal. Turn. I get the warning message, and I'm like, what is that? What is my thinking? There's I'm running into maybe like what I'll call it a mini FEMI issue with some signal interference or something on the one side, because the other side, I did it 4 times and the same thing happened each time. It was a mystery. And I know, and I've seen Sean, and I've seen Sean's video, and Sean, I agree. I feel your pain and your frustration of dealing with DJI support. Okay. And this is one of the things I want to spend a few some time on here, and when Ron joins us as well, to have him chime in. Marcus, DJI support has really gone down the tubes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any recent experience with them, but I mean, I can just say my past experience has been good. But Bill, I believe you. You said they weren't terribly responsive in this situation.
Well, and I gotta say this, I respect Sean a great deal. Okay, you and Mark, you and Ron do as well, and all of us here. I mean, Sean, you have a great channel. You put out quality videos. They're on point, and you engage us, and you do a fantastic job. Your interaction with DJI, I don't know how to put it other than they were treating you, like Ron said to me, like a brand new newbie with a drone. Okay, and that's ridiculous for what they're doing with you, Sean. I mean, totally ridiculous.
It sounds like they don't want to admit that there's a problem, is what it sounds like. And what that puts people, the position like Sean in, is that, okay, his choice is, okay, do I send it back, get my money back, order another one? Okay, so then you're put on a list, you're waiting months to get another drone. Or you like the other point that Sean made was, well, actually, if there is a resolution, it's good because then he can show it on his channel and he can help people find that resolution, right? So, so he's definitely hoping to find that. But DJI definitely is not helping. It's just like with the GPS issue that people were having with the Mavic 3. DJI never really admitted they had a problem. They just ultimately fixed it at one point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, this reminds me of being on hold with customer service. And I'll give you guys an example. HP with my computer. All right. Now, I've been around. I spent my whole career with computers, over 30 years. Okay, and I know troubleshooting procedures. I know what to do. Okay, and they're going through A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I've done all of them already. Okay, and they're trying to get me to do it again, and I'm like, look, guys. Okay, I'm in IT. I work in IT. I've been doing that for 30 years. I'm not grandma here trying to figure this out. I know what I'm doing here. And this is what DJI Support, not only with Sean, but they kind of treated me like that a little bit as well, too, especially when I was like questioning them, with their confusing answers about shipping the Mini 3. It was total chaos, Marcus. It really was.
Right.
Well, and I have to say this, okay? And people are talking about shipping times from China and COVID and everything. Let me give you an example, okay? I ordered a little show and tell, okay? This is a portable antenna system on AliExpress, okay? I ordered it right at the end of May, maybe June 1st, okay? I got this June the 7th, all right? It came from Hong Kong, all right? Directly from Hong Kong. So don't, I'm hearing things like, they're telling me that UPS is having, challenges or whatever. I'm like, come on. They're the world's largest logistics company, Marcus. They can make things move. I ordered another example, okay? I ordered a ham radio from a great company. And the first one that came, the box was damaged. And I said, you know what? I'm going to send it back. You guys send me a new one, okay? Well, guess what they did? They don't do overnight, but it came in like 3 days from Hong Kong directly through UPS, okay? No problems whatsoever. So, I'm not buying DJI's answer here,
Yeah, when they answered me as well, Bill, they tried to claim it was all UPS's fault, and we know UPS better than that. However, now that I have the drone, I don't know. That's all history to me. That's usually the way it works. Hey, I also wanted to answer Barry Markowitz here. He's saying, should he cancel his Mini 3 Pro? Absolutely not, Barry. There are some problems. Some people are having range issues, but many of us are not. It's a fantastic piece of tech. I would still keep your order in.
Hey, Ron, how are you?
Good evening, gentlemen. Thanks for having me on tonight. I want to welcome in everybody in the chat there. I see we got some, got Barry Markowitz out there, Sean from Air Photography, Stephen Ewing. Got a lot of good folks out there tonight.
And I want to put up Sean's comment here.
Right.
I should make note that DJI Support did reach out to me this morning requesting flight logs. They also stated they've had several reports about the issue. Sean, that's excellent news.
That's good news.
Please keep us posted and let us know how this turns out, because I'm interested to see. It's like you got to keep pushing with them, okay? And it seems more you got to do it more than usual, because usually it used to be like the first time, like I would say I would have an issue and I would send a direct tweet, or I would post it directly on Twitter itself, not a direct tweet, and they would jump on that right away because they didn't want that thing to sit out there and have people get wind that there is something wrong. So they would address it immediately. They're not doing that anymore.
No, the rumor is that they're also experienced customer service, help issues, as well as Autel and some of the other companies is even hit DJI. They don't have the support crew they used to have. So I don't know what caused that, because you would think the support thing could be something you could work at home through during the COVID. You would not need to be sitting in an office to do supports. I don't quite understand that, but I guess just more less people to pull from out there, with employment being so high. I don't know if that's worldwide or not, but Bill, do you think that, we brought up an important issue about, keeping the pressure on DJI on this? And I really think that the pressure, I'm not saying us three in particular, but just overall, we put the pressure on DJI about the GPS issue in the Mavic 3. We talked about it. We wouldn't stop talking about it. We wouldn't let the pressure up, and that kind of forced them to do more. I think that's what happened. I don't know about you guys.
Well, Lauren raises a good point right here. He was on Johnny's show, and he said the culture at DJI has changed and not for the good. And Lauren, thank you for posting that. And it's so very apparent here because we get a lot of conflicting information out of them. Okay, it's not normally they were, you would expect this, and I'm sorry, you would expect this out of a Feeney or a Hubsan, and I know about XO and all that stuff, and I understand, Hubsan is no longer by the mothership, okay, and I understand, but you expect this out of a not DJI type of company. Am I right, Ron?
Yeah, yes, and but overall in the whole drone industry, you mentioned other people's troubles like Autel and Hubsan, and even just tech companies in general. It seemed like customer service has suffered all over, even beyond drones, since the beginning of the COVID. And I have no explanation, no thoughts or whatever, but it just seems like customer overall is not what it was 3 years ago.
I would agree 100%, Ron, and it really is kind of everywhere. I mean, you go to, and it doesn't matter what fast food place, it's the quality has just really gone downhill. I mean, McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, it's not like it used to be there, and orders are getting screwed up, and just it's chaos, and also just ordering things like we do a lot of Instacart, okay, and we go to pick it up. We go to a designated parking spot and they bring it out to the car. Well, there's been several times that they've messed up things in the order, and you can be specific in Instacart and tell them exactly what a replacement that you want, and then they're not following your directions, and it's really kind of frustrating. Now, Instacart's great, that their customer service, I will say this, they'll refund you that item, okay? You get that money back, which is good. But you're right. Customer service everywhere is really kind of.
I mean, look. Mark Fisher is even saying, even for Sony cameras, the support's not what it used to be.
Yeah,
and Drone One.
Well, okay, this is interesting with Henry Mills. DJI called me on the phone about 3 days after I received the Mini 3, asking me if I was having any issues and what my initial thoughts were.
Wow.
Kind of shocked to hear from them. Wow.
I've never got a call from DJI, even no matter what.
Yeah, Ron, don't lie to us. You were telling me that you're on a phone basis with Frank Wang.
Well, I'm under NDA on all the me and Frank conversations, okay. But I mean from just one of the regular Joes at Support.
Yeah, I was going to say this isn't adding up.
Yeah. But what's JSK? Possibly JSK. What did JSK stand for?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's asking if they think they'll sell the new DJI RC by itself this summer. Oh. They priced it separately, so I assume that they will at some point.
I mean, I think Lauren said before it's on a price point chart for the store he's associated with. So someday, now that day could be tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. That's the key. We don't have any any timeline for that. And I guess those, because they don't have enough units to sell it as a separate SKU at this point, they have to save every unit of the DJI RC to put in the package.
Right. Yeah. Right. So that's why.
I guess to answer Henry's question, when sales of the Mini 3 coming with the RC Pro Kit, when those sales slow down, then it'll become available as a standalone.
Right. And I think you're right about that, Ron. And then, it was good to hear. And it was, I think before you joined in the chat, we found out, Sean told us about the DJI mic working. We found out from Sean, and also someone else posted in there that the DJI mic will work with
That's the only controller to work
with that, and it will also work.
Oh,
with this.
Good. That's good information, Bill. Now, did you hear on our show last night? Mikey said he plugged a USB-C microphone, maybe earbuds or whatever, into it, and he said it worked, but it didn't work well. The sound quality wasn't good, but he said it could have been his mic or his headset.
Yeah,
we talked about that.
He said he plugged it in the one inside the cover, not the USB-C port that the charge in, the other one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting too, and that I found out. Now, I didn't put it in the video when I talked about it. I'm like, oh, okay, so I can just go ahead and stick my USB cable in here, hook it up to my PC, and download it. To get the screen recording, I'd take the SD card out to do it.
Got to use that little card.
Yep.
Well, no, there is another way. If you watched Chris Waters, he made a video over on Ready Set Drone, and I've tried it already. He made it for the DJI, but if you plug this into your computer, Bill, and if you're a Windows guy, I don't know what happens, but an Apple guy, if you download this Android program, you'll see the hard drive on that controller, just like it's a an external hard drive, and you could drag those folders right over to your computer. Now I don't know what that looks like on a Windows-based computer, but on Mac,
I'm gonna try. I'll take a look.
It works easy peasy.
Okay, I'll take a look at that. I'm real curious because I was having a trouble with that.
Well, Chris Waters, he made a video of how it works on Windows and how it works on Mac, and he was very detailed. So I don't know what that thing. It's on Ready Set Drone. He made it maybe a month ago. I don't know the title of the video, but he explains step by step how to do it. So you watch this video, I
definitely will.
Yeah, you'll have it.
Yeah.
Stephen Ewing is asking if this will be compatible with the Mini 2. Who knows?
Yeah, only the shadow knows.
Yeah, I mean, this is OS 3 and the Mini 2 is OS 2.
Bill will hit Frank Wang up for you, Stephen.
Yeah.
He'll take Frank Wang for you on that. I mean, but this speculation, would there be any reason why they would not allow the DJI to work with other recent drones from the company? Is there any reason when they would hold it back?
Yeah, I would think that they would want to, Ron, because when a company's in business, they're not going to say, you know what, we don't want to sell you this products. Go away. They're not going to tell you that. They're gonna want to try and encourage sales. It's like it's the old adage, why, because when I was young and I would go with my dad and my grandfather to the bar, and I would always ask them, why do they have pretzels and peanuts at the bar? So, well, that's to encourage you to drink, to buy drinks, okay.
Yeah. So salty snacks is the key. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Why would a company put all the R&D and research into building a product and not try to sell as many units as possible after the fact?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense not to do that.
Exactly. It really doesn't.
I mean, unless you got some marketing genius, and I use the word genius loosely, that says, "Oh no, we're not gonna sell that separately because we don't want to work with such and such products, so you don't want them buying that instead of the more expensive smart control." When you put the marketing guys in there, they're the guys that usually kind of put the kibosh on what would be normal thinking.
Yeah, they're not the guys.
All apologies to anybody out there in marketing.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I got a question for you guys. So, we all know that this drone did not come with a charger. What charger are you guys using to charge your battery?
There you go.
The one with the Mavic. I'm using the Mavic 3 charger.
That's what I've done as well.
Mavic 3.
Okay, so
here's something else, okay? And I was surprised. This thing took forever to charge, and I mean, for the first time, it was like now what I did was, I didn't plug it into the auxiliary cable from the Mavic 3. I waited till the battery's charged, and I used the direct cable into here. It took at least 6 hours for this to charge up. I mean,
now that's funny how things different. When I got it home, mine didn't come until after 5 o'clock one day. My kit, I plugged the drone in on the Mavic 3 charger with the good charger, the one that's permanently connected. and I used the USB-A to USB-C to charge out of, and both of them went to full charge in an hour and a half.
Yeah, it didn't take me long either. And I think I just used a quick charger, you know.
It was painful. It was painful.
Wow.
I was like,
isn't that funny how people's experiences are so different or whatever, you know?
Well,
and for me, the nice thing about this over the RC Pro is the little one. To me, I could connect this DJI. I mean, I can charge it much faster than I can the DJI RC.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, I had the same experience in getting. Now the first one, I just send the first one back. You know why? Yeah. I think I told you guys why.
Yeah.
You know, I fully charged it, and then I turned it on 2 days later, and it showed 65%. And I'm like,
Hey, so I have to admit to a little bit of a senior moment when I was when I was unpacking mine. I'm digging around in the Fly More kit and in the regular package. I'm going, where's the cables? They didn't give me any cables. Well, remembering that with this, you don't need any cables.
That's very true. Here's a question I threw out last night to, I think, Mikey and maybe Sean. Okay, if they ever get the Mini 3 working with the DJI RC Pro, do you think because of those antennas that'll even help the Mini 3 even have better range of connection with that controller rather than the controller Marcus just showed?
Well, you know, I think you might hit a point there, Ron. I think that may be where we're having, you know, why Sean and some people are experiencing those signal issues, maybe because, you know, unlike this, we got the antennas here, okay?
Yeah.
And you know, and you know, I learned my lesson with the first smart controller, the original smart controller, okay? And you know, to make sure that I had them pointed in the right direction. And once I did.
And did you hear Mikey? He made a point in his most recent video. And he said in our show last night, Drone Nation, he said that when he got a real good signal from the Mini 3 from the DJI RC, that he kept that, he didn't move it. He kept that exactly in the same spot, that line that he had to the drone, to make sure he did not lose any connection. So maybe some people are having trouble. Maybe holding that thing precisely at the right angle could increase their range.
You're probably right. I mean, well, you know, I'm always, you know, when I'm flying, you know, I'm always facing, obviously, you know, where the drone is, and you know, and I'm turning around, and the drone's heading the other way, you know, and I turn around too, and you know, there may be some points behind this thing.
Can we talk about the good side of this controller for a while? The one thing that I really, really like about it is how easy it is to handle. It's lightweight. It fits in your hand really good. If you want to, if you're a pincher, it's really easy just to hold your fingers on the backside. You're holding it. You can pinch however you want. The controls just fall to hand so easily. The scroll wheel for the camera. Now, this scroll wheel over here for the zoom, I absolutely love it. And
that shocked me that they threw this second scroll wheel on a budget controller. But I was happily shocked.
Yeah. One thing that I learned on my very first flight is I had the drone. It took off. It was on the landing pad. It was looking at some grass right in front of it, so it focused on that. Mm-hmm. As soon as you take off, remember, just half press the picture taking button so that you refocus the camera.
Focus to infinity.
Yeah, focus to infinity. I've made that mistake a few times. And then the C1 and C2 buttons, which are of course programmable. I'm going to leave them right where they're at.
What do you have? Well, that's the key question. What do you have them on right now, Marcus?
The C1 just stock. It'll point the camera down and then hit it again, and it'll point it right back level. Yeah. And then this one will change from portrait to landscape.
Oh, nice. So, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to leave mine just like they are.
So I just wanted to, you know, we've been kind of talking it down a little bit. I just wanted to bring up the good points for people too, not to mention that screen, which for me, I know you guys are probably used to 1,000 nits. This 700 nits for me is a revolution because you know my iPhone.
Yeah. Go ahead, and what I had Valerie come up with me on purpose, and my videos always do well when Valerie shoots shoots the video.
Shoots the B-roll for you.
Exactly. And what I had her do was come over to record how the controller was in the sun. Okay, because it was really bright. Take a look at the video. Okay, I was pretty doggone impressed for 700 nits. It looked really good. Okay, it looked better than a lot of smartphones. I'll tell you that right now.
It's not like, let's just be perfectly fair. It's not so bright that you can see every detail, but it's bright enough that you can sure feel comfortable flying with it.
You can see what you need to see, Marcus.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, and if I say anything to belittle the controller, I mean, I don't really mean it, because I think Lawrence said this a couple times that the retail price thing still will be $309. At the price of $309, this may be the best bargain in DJI's lineup of equipment, and especially if they allow that to work with other recent models, Air 2S, Mavic 3, whatever. That will be the best product for the money that DJI makes. Sorry, I'm sounding like I'm the CEO of EXO now.
The with regard to that RC, if they sell it at that price point that they're talking about, I'll just buy another one so I can keep it in my bag with the Mavic 3.
Yeah, for each drone, if it does work. Yeah,
so I don't have to keep it bound and not switching back and forth.
I know. Not that it's hard to switch back and forth between drones, but it's still a pain, because then it gives you all these crazy messages where you only got 5 more times until you unbind it from something else or whatever. Like the process of switching back and forth is never as seamless as it could be.
Well, what I worry about as well is just what Sean was talking about earlier, where he took off and he left his camera. So if I don't have a remote in the bag with the drone, I throw the bag in my car and I get out someplace and there's no RC in the bag. That would be a bummer.
Yeah.
Now, Maddie, I really like Maddie's comment right here, especially in Florida. I sit my happy, in the front seat of my truck in the air conditioning. I admit I've done that several times. Okay. But what I do is, if I'm flying in the other direction, I get out of my vehicle and I take a look. But, going through one, because I'll tell you what, when you get out.
Aren't you guys did you guys just get over a tropical heat wave, or you're in one now?
We're in one now.
Okay.
It's expected to be, heat index will probably be at least 110 some days. It's just with the humidity, it's just, you stay indoors between 10 a.m. and 4 or 5 p.m. You just stay indoors.
And don't try to fly a drone with an iPhone in that heat.
Don't even think about it. Okay. You're not gonna do very well. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, look at Lauren's comment. He's about 4 comments back. Not enough computing power on the DJI RC to use with the Mavic 3. Well, that does make sense.
That's a good point. That is an absolutely good point. And and I gotta say this, this thing works like a champ. It's flawless. Okay. And
that's the Cadillac smart controllers, Bill.
Yeah. And and it's like, okay, because when I sold my original smart controller, I sold the lanyard with, I kind of gave the lanyard away. So I gave our good friend Rick Smith some business. I purchased another lanyard in those screw inlets. That lanyard, having that on there is just, it's money. Okay. I absolutely love that. That works so well. So Bill, you got these 2 screw inlets right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold it right here. Answer me. What are these 2 on the back for?
Okay. That's a good question.
I want to know.
That's just screw your extra pair of sticks in.
They didn't put them there for nothing,
I'm
Ron.
making that up, folks. Although some people do. I've heard Billy Kyle, some other people say that's where you're going to attach your 4G module when it's available.
Oh,
that's what I was thinking
too. I heard that too. Hey, I want to answer JSK Enterprises. This is the one that I'm using right here.
Now, is that the bag that comes with the flyboard kit, Marcus?
It is, and it's really all you need, because
now, how close is that to the bag that came with the Mini 2?
It's very similar, but not quite. And the thing of it is, because of the way with this controller, you just don't need much. You stick the controller in one compartment, you stick these batteries in the other, and then you can see where the drone is. I mean, it's pretty simple.
That is. That's good. That's really good.
It's like, I think, Bill, you said in a video, it's a great day bag.
Yeah, it is a great day bag.
If you're going out, to the park, or you're driving someplace an hour away and you want a minimal setup, you don't want to take all your rigmarole with you. That's the bag to take.
Well,
But
what
like
I'm
you
going to
said,
do,
if you're taking a trip cross country or whatever or something, maybe invest in a good hard case.
yeah, I'm going to be looking at that, and also, PGY Tech makes those. I call them just that case that holds just the drone, and then one that just holds the remote.
I think
To
Marcus
put
has
'em-
one of those for the Mavic 3.
Yeah, and well, I'm going to look at that because we're heading up to Ohio here in a couple of weeks for our granddaughter's birthday, and I told my son-in-law, I said, "Yeah, I'm bringing up the Mini 3 Pro." He's like, "So you going to be bringing anything extra with you, Bill?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll bring the Mini 3 Pro."
Hey, Bill, I know you probably talked about this and I missed it, but did you get a chance to fly and check your range? Do you have the range issues that some people have
Yes,
with your Mini 3?
yes, I had, and it was real interesting, Ron. I was telling Marcus, okay, I would go to one end. I almost got like 2,500 feet before, and it's the highway, and I don't fly over the highway, and then I come back. But I
Right.
go to the other end, which is, it's an rural industrial kind of thing, and then it goes out into the country and in a field over there. And in that other end, it's right around 1,800, 2,000 feet. Oops, it comes up. It's a weak signal. Turn around, And it's funny because every single time I flew it in that direction, I got that warning message. And every single time I flew it in the other direction, I didn't get that warning message.
Wow.
And what was also real interesting too was the FPV feed was crystal clear. Okay. You know how what would happen, say, when I had my FIMI X8 SE 2020, the FPV would kind of flicker a little bit, and then it would have weak signal, and then next thing you know, it would be returning to home, automatically, like it did, which it did a good thing. But I experienced none of that, even with the weak signal message that came up.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's it's an issue that you guys already talked about this. It's just a shame that the Mavic 3, we had the GPS issue. Now we had this signal strength issue. It's a shame that we can't have these smoother releases of these products. But it is what it is. Like we just said, nothing seems to be working like it used to before the COVID with these companies, tech companies, or companies in general.
Yeah. Yeah, and but things are starting to get better, and I think that's why some people are kind of frustrated. Everybody wants it to be like it was before COVID hit.
Right.
And it's
we all want to go back to 2019 again, right, Bill?
Exactly. We want to go back to 2019 and experience things. What was great was, and for us, it really kind of signaled for us that normal is starting to come back. Because Valerie and I went out, it was when it came out, went to go see Top Gun, okay, in the theater. And it was the first movie we've seen in a theater since COVID hit, okay? Yeah. We just didn't really feel comfortable, but there was no issue, no problems at all with that. And, it's just getting to be more normal to do normal things and to have some social interactions.
It is.
So,
get back to the good old days of 2019, but yeah.
Oh, and I want to let everybody know, don't really have any. The FIMI smart controller, FIMI has not responded back to me because I've asked them again about pricing and availability, and they just said, we'll have information soon. Is all I get.
Maybe they got an exclusive deal with the XO drones.
Yes. And Bill, remember we talked about a while, we couldn't figure out why the Hubsan Ace drone wasn't coming out here. It was released basically at the first year, and it wasn't coming to anybody in America. So we know why now, because they've been working that deal for a while to sell it exclusively under the XO name, and that's why we didn't get the Ace. And the Ace is the Black Hawk too. And really, I mean, it's overpriced, but it actually looks like a decent drone from what I saw from Half Chrome and original Dobo. I mean, if the price is a couple $100 cheaper, it would make sense.
It's 4-year-old technology. I mean, it'd be like buying a 4 or 5-year-old drone. But
well, I mean, it's somewhat, but it does have a much better camera than the Mavic Air 1. Mavic Air 1 didn't have that bigger sensor. It did not have that 1.85 aperture on it.
Well, I don't know. I've looked at the video. Well, yeah. I mean, everybody has their own opinions of what the video looks like.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well, I'm only quoting you stats off a sheet. I'm not telling you it actually looks better in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only.
Let's not confuse numbers with how things really look, we know they don't line up.
I also caught today, that one guy that recently left Autel, he rejoined them again.
Ken Booth is back.
Ken Booth,
yeah,
right?
Ken's back. I saw that today.
He said there were changes. Autel made changes, at their management structure, positive changes, hopefully, and that's good news to hear. And it's good news that a company recognized they lost a good employee and brought back. We've all worked for big companies. How many times have you seen a company work for let the best employee walk away without even caring or whatever? And you're thinking,
I know.
How's a company going to stay good if you let your best people just walk away?
I've seen it time and time again, Ron.
That's modern corporate America. That's just
it's
everybody's replaceable.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, but 10 years later, when the company's not what it used to be, that strategy, came back to bite you in the butt.
Yeah, well, tell that to Boeing, Ron. I mean, that's what happened at Boeing. I mean, that's all their problems started with exactly what you're talking about. So, I mean,
that happened to me at Nationwide Insurance. They got rid of all the senior people there. They hired newbies out of college, paid them 2/3 less of what we were making, but they didn't have the knowledge base. And then they had to backfill. It cost them, it really bit them in the rear because they had to end up getting contractors in to backfill that knowledge, and it cost them a boatload of money.
I could tell you stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we should start a whole other show on what big corporations do wrong or whatever. But
gosh,
that's for another night.
When I was working for Darigold, and I was in logistics, they totally outsourced their logistics department. Their logistics costs literally doubled once they outsourced, and they realized, we made a terrible mistake. Our people weren't as dumb as we thought they were, and they had then to reconstitute that whole thing. It was
wow. Marcus, any closing thoughts for tonight?
Well, listen, we tend to focus on some of the negative things, problems with drones, and for good reason, because like Ron said, if we don't squawk, they don't get fixed. So we have to do it. But don't let that stop you. This Mini 3 Pro is just an amazing piece of tech. And I know Ron's is working good and mine is working good. I guess you've got issues with yours, Bill, but however, I think it's a phenomenal piece of tech. Don't let it stop you from ordering one, and don't let it stop you from getting out there and flying and having a good time, because the more I fly it, the more I'm impressed with it.
And even Tanya was impressed with it, correct, Marcus?
Well, so Tanya, I think I cost Tanya some money because she just got
that buy a mini drone.
She just got the Mini 2, and then she had that Maven app, and she was really excited, and it rightfully so.
It was good to see you get some experience with third-party apps.
Yeah, she was very excited about that Maven app, and it's pretty cool. It adds a lot of functionality. And then she flew the Mini 3, and she goes, I like this. So I don't know. We'll see if she buys one.
Yeah. And I want to echo Marcus. If you're interested in getting the Mini 3, you're probably only a couple of weeks away from being able to walk into Best Buy or someplace in the U.S. and get it. Just get it from a reputable seller. And if you get one that has it, the range issues, walk it right back in the store and either get your money back or get another one.
Trade it for another one.
Yeah, right. But if this is kind of damning praise here. But if you get a good one, you got a great little drone or whatever. And I know that's not what you want to hear. You want to hear that they all work well, and I do too. But again, it is a good drone, but it looks like we got some quality control issues again to bite us in the butt. So, Bill, what about you? What do you got going on?
For me, I'm even looking, just getting those warning messages. I'm like, I'm okay. And you'll see, I just released the video out there, and you guys go out there and watch it. It really, there's a lot of things impressed me. The quietness of this drone was just insane. I mean, it would fly overhead with me, and I could barely even hear it 100 feet up in the air. And I'm like, wow. Okay. And the stability, because what I do, I take it up and I just let it sit there for a minute, and I'm looking at it, and it's like rock solid. I mean, it really just, the video quality
and the low light's better than our Mavic 2 Pros.
Yeah. And, it was a fairly sunny day, and the video quality was exceptional. I shot in 4K 30, and I thought it handled it really well. And you guys can go ahead and go out there and take a look at it. So yeah, I agree with Ron and Marcus. Make sure, if you're on the bubble, don't even be on the bubble.
Hey, Bill, you just made another good point that I think is a big thing in the favor of the Mini 3 Pro, and that's that it will shoot in 4K 60.
Oh yes, yes. Yeah. The first under 250 gram drone to do that, I believe, Marcus.
Right.
Well, no. The Xeno Mini Pro didn't do 4K.
No, I don't. There's 4K 30.
Yeah. It's the first. Then it's the first. Yes.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for a great show. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Marcus, for stopping by. Always great having you guys on. It was a great chat. Great discussion tonight, guys. Remember, as always, it's a great day to fly. Take care, everybody.